Class 11th Commerce, Subject Business Studies, Chapter number 2, Forms of Business Organizations, Lecture number 5. हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली बिजनेस या जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली बिजनेस. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल we will do the concept. Joint Hindu family business is a specific form of business organization. It is found in India only. Means joint Hindu family JHF सिर्फ इंडिया ही में मिलता है. Joint Hindu family business is a specific form of business organization which is found in India only. It is one of the oldest forms of business organization in the country. Country माने हमारे देश का ये सबसे पुराना व्यापार का रूप है. It refers to a form of business organization where in the business is owned and carried on by the members of Hindu Undivided Family Business HUF. Listen. It refers to a form of organization where in the business is owned and carried on by the members. And now see, now the business is owned माने मालिक भी वही है, carried on माने व्यापार को आगे भी वही चलाएंगे. कौन? The members of Hindu Undivided Family Business HUF. It is governed by Hindu law. govern कौन करेगा बेटा इसको? That will be the Hindu law. The basic of membership in the business is birth in a particular family and 3 successive generations can be the members in the business. And now listen, what is the basic? क्या आधार है, क्या बेस है कि उस व्यापार के अपन हिस्सा बने? उसके लिए वसी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल what is very much necessary? The basic of membership in the business is birth in a particular family. Means you will have to take birth in that family, and taking birth is not in our hands, it is only in the hands of God. And after that 3 successive generations they can be the members in the business. The basic of membership in the business is birth in a particular family, means in a particular business family. And then 3 successive generations means लगातार 3 जो पीढ़ियां हैं, generations can be the members in the business. The business is controlled by the head of the family who is the eldest member and is called कर्ता. अब देखिए, जो व्यापार को वो संभालेगा जो घर का सबसे बड़ा बुजुर्ग इंसान होगा, and that person will be known as by the name कर्ता. The business is controlled by the head of the family who is the eldest member and is called karta. All the members have equal ownership right over the property of an ancestor and they are known as co-partners. देखिए, दादा लाई प्रॉपर्टी जिसे हम बोलते हैं, एंसेस्टर माने दादा लाई प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ एन एंसेस्टर, मतलब जो भी उनके पुरखे लोग हैं, दादा लोग हैं, दादा पुरखे, उनकी प्रॉपर्टी पर पूरा एक अधिकार होगा सभी मेंबर्स का. ऑल द मेंबर्स हैव इक्वल ओनरशिप राइट, मालिकाना हक होगा ओवर द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ एंसेस्टर. एंसेस्टर माने जो पूछते हैं, जो हमारी दादा लाई प्रॉपर्टीज हैं, एंड उनको हम किस नाम से जानेंगे? दे विल बी नोन एज द नेम ऑफ को पार्टनर्स. ऑल द मेंबर्स हैव equal ownership right over the property of ancestor and they are known as co-partners, and those who have the right in ancestral property, they are known as co-partners. Now move on to the features of joint Hindu family business. Features और characteristics it is same. अगर मैंने बोला characteristic तो feature है, अगर मैंने बोला features तो वो characteristics हैं. First number, formation. Formation for a joint Hindu family business. There should be at least 2 members in the family and ancestral property to be inherited by them. मतलब पुष्ट, देखिए पुष्ट दर पुष्ट जो प्रॉपर्टी, दादा लाई प्रॉपर्टी आपके पास में होना चाहिए, एटलीस्ट 2 मेंबर्स होने चाहिए. Formation for a joint Hindu family business, there should be at least 2 members in the family एंड एंसेस्ट्रल प्रॉपर्टी, दादा लाइफ प्रॉपर्टी होना चाहिए विच शुड बी इनहेरिटेड बाय देम, जो उनके पास में होना चाहिए. इट शुड नॉट कि भाई बेच बाच दिया हो अपनी संपत्ति को, ऐसा इट शुड नॉट बी लाइक दिस. द बिजनेस डज नॉट रिक्वायर एनी अग्रीमेंट एज मेंबरशिप इज बाय बर्थ. द बिजनेस डज नॉट रिक्वायर, देखिए व्यापार में देयर इज नो एग्रीमेंट रिक्वायर्ड एंड द रीजन इज बर्थ. When the birth has been taken in some business family and that business they are doing the business, they have ancestral property, it is inherited by the members. In that case that becomes Hindu undivided family business. उसमें हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली बिजनेस में कोई एग्रीमेंट नहीं होता. उसका रीजन क्या है कि हमारी जो जन्म है, जो बर्थ है, पैदा होना ही उसमें हमारी मेंबरशिप बन जाता है ऑटोमेटिकली. इट इज गवर्न्ड बाय हिंदू सक्सेशन एक्ट 1956. इसको चलाने वाला जो भी रूल्स रेगुलेशंस है, कैन यू फाइंड, दे कैन बी फाउंड इन हिंदू सक्सेशन एक्ट 1956. सेकेंड नंबर, इट इज लायबिलिटी feature. This is a feature of joint Hindu family business. The liability of all the members except the karta is limited to their share of co-parcenary property of the business. Means their liability will be limited up to their share in the co-parcenary property, means in ancestral property which has been inherited by the elders. The karta, however, has an unlimited liability over all liability of everything that will lie on the shoulders of karta. Point number 2, it is liability. I hope that you people are getting. The liability of all the members except the karta is limited to their share of co-parcenary property of the business. The karta, however, has an unlimited liability. Point number 3, control. The control of the family business lies with the कर्ता. यानी कि कंट्रोल कौन करेगा बेटा? कर्ता करेगा. It takes all the decisions they are taken by the कर्ता only, is authorized to manage the business. He has all the authority how to manage business, who will do which act, each and everything to look after it is the duty of कर्ता. His decisions are binding on the other members. यानी कि जो भी उसके डिसीजन होंगे वो बाकी मेंबर्स को बांध के रखेंगे. मीन्स अदर the members they cannot say that we have not taken the decision, karta has taken decision, so he is only liable. Not at all. If any decision is taken by karta, then each and every member of that business, they are equally liable. They are binding on the other members. The decisions of karta, they are binding on the other members. Point number 4, it is continuity. Continuity माने कि जो हमारा व्यापार है वो कितना वक्त तक कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं, रहेगा. The business continues even after the death of karta as the next eldest member takes up the position of karta. यानी कि एक कर्ता के मरने पर दूसरा जो बड़ा जो भी एल्डेस्ट मेंबर होगा, दैट पर्सन विल टेक ओवर द बिजनेस. वो व्यापार को देखेगा, लिविंग द बिजनेस स्टेबल, और जो हमारा व्यापार है वो स्टेबिलिटी में रहेगा. द बिजनेस कैन हाउएवर बी टर्मिनेटेड. व्यापार को स्टिल द पीपल कैन लीव द बिजनेस विद द म्यूचुअल कंसेंट ऑफ द मेंबर्स. मीन्स whenever everybody is giving their consent regarding karta or regarding anything, any decision, with their mutual consent, the business can be terminated. means हम व्यापार को अपने खत्म कर सकते हैं. Point number 4 is continuity. Business continuation depends upon all the members. When members they are not in a mood, in a way that they want to carry the business, when they do not want to carry the business, it can be terminated. But for termination, mutual consent is very much necessary. Point number 4 is done. Point number 5, minor members. The inclusion of an individual into the business occurs due to the birth in a Hindu undivided family. Hence, minors can also be the members of the business. Listen, The membership is because of the membership is because of birth only. If any person, anybody takes birth in Hindu undivided family business, they can also be the part, they can also be the business. Cooperative societies. Now move on to next topic, cooperative societies. The word cooperative means working together and with others for a common purpose. Now see, when we discuss about cooperative societies, it is very much natural कि सभी को मिल के काम करना होगा. The word cooperative means working together and with others for a इकट्ठा और दूसरों के लिए काम करना. कॉमन पर्पस है हमारा. The cooperative society is a voluntary association of persons who join together with the motive of welfare of the members. So what is the reason that they are joining together? So that they can get the welfare of the members. कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी सी अपनी इच्छा, वॉलंटरी माने मर्जी से, मर्जी की एसोसिएशन है ऑफ पर्सन्स दोज हु हैव जॉइंड टुगेदर, जो कि इकट्ठा आए हैं विद द मोटिव. विद द वन, व्हाट इज द मोटिव? द मोटिव इज द वेलफेयर ऑफ द मेंबर्स. नाउ सी, दे आर ड्राइवन बाय द नीड. अब उनको कौन आगे बढ़ने के लिए, कौन उनको मोटिवेट कर रहा है? जरूरत, नीड. दे आर ड्राइवन बाय द नीड टू प्रोटेक्ट देयर इकोनॉमिक इंटरेस्ट. इकोनॉमिक मीन्स व्हेन यू पे लेस मनी. इकोनॉमिक इंटरेस्ट टू सेव मनी in the face of possible exploitation at the hands of the middlemen, obsessed with the desire to earn greater profits. See, when the matter is of middlemen, they are really obsessed with very much money. Every time they want to earn very much money by selling the things at very much higher rates. So rather than to pay higher rates, now members are in a mood to pay less rates. And that the payment of less rates, it is their motive, it is the thing that is driving them to move on to the cooperative society's existence. They are driven by the need to protect their economic interests. They want to save money, they want to pay less money in the face of possible exploitation. And because they people are facing exploitation, and who is exploiting them? It is the middleman. And middleman is totally obsessed. He wants every time very much profits. The cooperative society is compulsorily required to be registered under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. The process of setting up of a cooperative society is very simple enough. At the most, what is required, it is the consent. क्या देखिए हमें चाहिए, क्या चाहिए कि हम कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज बना लें. At least 10 adult persons to form the society. And see, about the money, the capital of a society is raised from its members through the issue of shares. See, when I am discussing about cooperative societies, its existence will be business entity में difference रहेगा. The existence of business and businessmen, it will be separate. They will not be one as it happens in sole proprietorship. At least 10 adult persons, they will be required to form a society. The capital of the society is raised from its members. See, the shares will be issued to members only. Through the issue of shares, the society acquires a distinct legal entity, as I told you before, that now the cooperative society will have a distinct माने अलग legal entity after its registration. For registration, what is required? At least 10 adult persons. The registration will be done under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. And now move on to features. Point number 1, voluntary membership. The membership of a cooperative society is voluntary. Membership is open to all, irrespective of their religion, caste, and gender. A person is free to join a cooperative society and can also leave any time as per his desire. आपकी इच्छा से आप मेंबरशिप अब में ले सकते हैं, इच्छा से आप कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी के मेंबर बन सकते हैं. इट इज ओपन टू ऑल. इफ एनीबडी इज हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई, वट एवर, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम इन religion, in caste, in gender, male, female. Anybody can be the member of cooperative society. The person is free to join this cooperative society, and when they are not in a mood to continue at the time, they can leave it, and can also leave the cooperative society at any time as per the desire of member. There cannot be any compulsion. कोई ज़बरदस्ती नहीं है for him to join or quit a society. quit माने छोड़ना, ना ज्वाइन करने के लिए कोई ज़बरदस्ती है, ना क्विटिंग के लिए. A member is required to serve a notice before leaving the society. If you want to leave any cooperative society, any, in that case, what is very much necessary, that you will have to tell to your members, you will have to give a notice, serve a notice before leaving the society. There is no compulsion कि आप मेंबर रहें, आप मेंबर ना रहें, बट नोटिस देना रहेगा. There is no compulsion to remain member. Second number, legal status. Registration of a cooperative society is compulsory. Therefore, it is a separate legal entity distinct from its members. यानी कि members अलग है, उनकी legal entity अलग है, और cooperative society की legal entity अलग है. The society can enter into contract and hold property in its name. वो अपने, देखिए, अपने नाम से कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स कर सकती है, अपने नाम पे प्रॉपर्टी रख सकती है, स्यू मीन्स केस कर सकती है, एंड बी स्यूड बाय अदर्स, और बाकी लोग भी उस पर केस कर सकते हैं. एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ बीइंग अ सेपरेट लीगल एंटिटी, बिकॉज इट इज अ सेपरेट लीगल एंटिटी, इट इज नॉट अफेक्टेड बाय द एंट्री और एग्जिट ऑफ इट्स मेंबर्स. मीन्स पीपल में कम, पीपल में गो, बट द सोसाइटी, द कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी will keep on moving, it will not stop. Third number, limited liability. The liability of the members of a cooperative society is limited to the extent of the amount contributed by them as capital C. Members को हमने शेयर्स इशू किए, जितने उन्होंने शेयर्स खरीदे हैं, जितने रुपयों के, उतने रुपयों तक की उनकी लायबिलिटी है, उससे ज़्यादा की नहीं है. Otherwise, what was happening in partnership, in sole proprietorship, that their liability was unlimited. In case of unlimited liability, they were supposed to sell off their own personal property if the funds were less to pay off the creditors. But it will not happen in this cooperative society. Third number, limited liability. The liability of the members of a cooperative society is limited to the extent of the amount contributed by them at capital. This defines the maximum risk that a member can be asked to bear. अब इस बात ने क्या क्लियर कर दिया कि मैक्सिमम रिस्क कितना है. मैक्सिमम रिस्क, जितने रुपयों के आपने शेयर्स खरीदे हैं, जितना रुपया आपने व्यापार में लगाया है, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी में लगाया है, उतने रुपयों तक ही आपका जो रिस्क है, दैट इज लिमिटेड. दिस डिफाइंस द मैक्सिमम रिस्क दैट अ मेंबर कैन बी आस्क्ड टू बियर. फोर्थ नंबर, it is control. In a cooperative society, the power to take decisions lies in the hands of an elected managing committee. Means whatever the decision is taken by the managing committee, that will be final, and the people have the power to take any type of decision. The right to vote give the members a chance to choose the members who will constitute the managing committee and excellent the cooperative society a democratic character, और उसको एक बहुत अच्छा सा डेमोक्रेटिक कैरेक्टर बनाएंगे. पॉइंट नंबर 5, सर्विस मोटिव. And now listen, what is the reason that a cooperative society has been brought into the existence? Because they want to serve. In cooperative societies there is no place to earn any type of income, to earn any type of profit. Their aim is to take care of the welfare of the members or consumers. Fifth number, service motive. The purpose of a cooperative society is mutual help. आपस में एक दूसरे की हेल्प करना और एक दूसरे के भले के लिए सोचना. The purpose of a cooperative society is mutual help and welfare. It is formed with the motive of service to its members. Means services will be there definitely, but there will be no earning of profits, not at all. प्रॉफिट अर्निंग हमारा बिल्कुल भी नहीं होगा. इन कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज इट इज ओनली द सर्विस मोटिव. It is only the service motive but not the earning of the profits. Now move on to merits. First number, ease of formation. The cooperative society can be started with a minimum of 10 members. The registration procedure is very simple, involving a few legal formalities. Its formation is governed by provisions of Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Point number 2, equality in voting status. The principle of the principle क्या है? One man one vote. It governs the cooperative society irrespective of the amount of capital contributed by a member. See, it will never happen that if you have invested a lot of money in cooperative society then you can vote for many times. No, not at all. It is the principle one man and one vote. Along with this, whatever the amount as capital has been contributed, it is different. It is a different thing. Each member is entitled to equal voting rights, and that is one man and one vote. Third number, limited liability. The liability of members of a cooperative society is limited to the extent of their capital contribution. यानी कि जितना भी आपने कैपिटल लगाई है आपकी लाइबिलिटी सिर्फ वहां तक ही सीमित है, वहां तक ही लिमिटेड है. The personal assets of the members are therefore safe because the liability is limited. If that would have been unlimited, then definitely their personal assets will be used. They were supposed to be used. The personal assets of the members are therefore safe from being used to repay the business debts. Fourth number, stable existence. Death, bankruptcy or insanity of the members do not affect continuity of a cooperative society. A society therefore operates unaffected by any change in the membership. Membership कोई भी आते रहे members, कोई पागल हो गया, दिवालिया निकल गया, डेथ हो गई, बट द एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी विल कीप ऑन, इट विल नॉट बी स्टॉप्ड. इकोनॉमी इन ऑपरेशंस. फिफ्थ नंबर पॉइंट है इकोनॉमी इन ऑपरेशंस. द मेंबर्स जनरली ऑफर ऑनरेरी सर्विसेज टू द सोसाइटी. At the focus is on the elimination of middlemen. This helps in reducing costs. Now see, ऑनरेरी सर्विसेज का मतलब है जो आपको आता है वो आप बिना पैसा लिए कर रहे हैं. इससे क्या होगा? सी, द कॉस्ट विल बी रिड्यूस्ड एंड इट विल हेल्प इन economies in operation to bring the economies in operations, and when there is economies in the operations the cost will be reduced. Support from government. द कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी, देखिए एग्जाम्पलीफाई का मतलब है उदाहरण देती है किस चीज का? डेमोक्रेसी का. डेमोक्रेसी क्यों है? क्योंकि वहां पे वन मैन और वन वोट है. एंड हेंस दे फाइंड द सपोर्ट फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ, किस रूप में उनको हेल्प मिल रही है, सपोर्ट में? टैक्स है, टैक्स. subsidies माने help करना, and low interest rate of loans, and whenever they are in the need of loan the rate of interest will be less. Homework: write and learn today's topic and mail it to me daily. Thank you so much.